looking good either. How about let's try the kitchen? That is most definitely controlled by the Al-Qaeda terrorist network in 216. Oh, wow. Look what's coming at the whole front of the body. That's good for it, isn't it? That's really good. Get you from the other side. Don't think the universe isn't going to pay back what you're doing. It's universal law. Universal law. Ooh, having pains in the abdomen. I would say I'm being targeted with a directed energy weapon to the abdomen. Diaphragm? Yeah.
Got a letter one evening from the IRS saying they wanted all this information that I think we all knew immediately
Right of me.
was not right.
How to fight the government, how to fight the IRS. Tea Party groups say they're being targeted by the Internal Revenue Service, and they're enlisting the aid of the American Center for Law and Justice. They were trying to shut groups down that they disagreed with. This was very, very serious.
Front of me.
Courts do not need to become monitors of state trespass actions, and that's all this is. We were looking for the right to speak our minds and our consciences, and we won that right today. Religious persecution is a situation where your life is literally put in jeopardy simply because of what you believe. Can you help? Can you do something? He's on death row, and so we launched
Behind me?
an international campaign. His freedom now rests solely on diplomatic efforts by the United States government and world leaders dedicated to human rights. The release of Andrew Brunson. He is the American evangelical from North Carolina, held in Turkey for more than 2 years. There was an Air Force plane that came from Germany and they were on standby. We were flying and they finally left Turkish airspace. We're really out of Turkey and free.
Right here behind the TV in that wall. 93,700. Let me hold it there for a minute. I'll bring this to you. in one direction, of course, because this is coming at me from every direction. 93,700 directly to the heart. This is coming from the radio area. This is coming from the radio area. 455. This is coming at me from the passenger side. 456 from above me. 456 again from above me. Severe migraine started, of course. 845,000. That'll give you a migraine instantly. The radio area. 458 above me again. And the incapacitator weapon is on. Either that or it's just a super high reading constantly coming at me. Typical symptoms. Sheriff over there in a truck. Let's see if we get a reading. Sure did. 210,000 is 505. 505. I'm having pain all the way down my right leg, which is my driving leg. 506. 510. That's coming from behind me. Likely the scooter. 513. There is some clicking in the radio area of the vehicle. That 49,000 is coming from above, also having sharp pains in the crown area of my head. Went right up as soon as it did it again. Still having sharp pains in the crown of area of the head. Migraine headache, pressure in the eyes, pressure in the jugular veins, pressure in the diaphragm and stomach. 514 again from above. CPW 50. And I did hear something pop. It's a weird clicking pop now that's in the front odometer area. Yep, right here, 76,000. 76,400. Now they don't have a device now, do they? Right? Is that again coincidental? And I'm having instant migraine, feeling pain at the top of my head. There's actually two, ZRH05. Here's another reading. 56,800. And still have the pain at the top of the head. Top of head as well. Now getting hit in the front of the face at the sinus nose area. $31,300 coming into that area. Getting hit again. I think it's that same sheriff. 56,800. ZSW40. Now that's a different one. Car 117625. Sheriff just turned off at this light to the left. 54,700. All similar readings, aren't they? Today, anyway. This is from above. 602. There's another sheriff in one of the Challenger cars. Show you here in just a second. Quite a lot of sheriffs in one little area, right? $42,200 at the moment. $49,000. Here we go. There's 152,000. There you go. $616. Just walking in the door and getting the camera out. Soon as I'm literally here at this counter, it's that incapacitator device is on. Instant migraine, shallow breathing.
You need to get the best version of what you're doing right because you're going to be looked at as a leader. So one of the reasons why I'm very direct and almost anal retentive on some of this information is because if I give you guys wrong information, I get the knock on the door. I'm going to be bothered. I've been doing this 30 years. Once again, knock on wood, haven't been bothered other than in the courts where I show them my level of intellect and experience. 99% of the time, case dismissed.
That's also coming into that area.
So what is this all really about? What does this all really mean? I'm just trying to tell you guys that you're going to have to sometimes
From there.
abandon
That's really good for the vagina.
Stop letting yourselves be limited. Open yourself
Let's
up
move
to
it over
new
just a
things,
little
new
bit and
thoughts.
see
Who you are right now is not who you were
what it is
5
here.
years ago and how you thought.
Yep.
So if you thought you knew it all 5 years ago,
It's
or
3
10
areas
years ago, even more,
coming in.
then you're probably still yet
About a
not
little bit
probably
more.
completely correct now either. And I'll be the first person to
Ends
tell
there.
you that no,
Well,
I've
it
got a
doesn't
lot
end,
of
but
solid core knowledge and facts to stand on. I'm still learning too.
interesting.
Let's take a look. But let's look and see what else they have to say, because now I'm interested. Let's get on with that.
There's quite a bit coming into this area. Oh wow, got burnt today. Again.
Why there is no federal exempt license for private drivers. The U.S. Constitution and federal law do not grant authority to the federal government to issue a universal right to drive license that overrides states' vehicle, licensing, or registration laws. States control issuance of driver's licenses, motor vehicle registration, and related rules, like insurance, within their territory. Even though the right to travel is recognized in U.S. jurisprudence,
That wasn't it.
courts have
That's
held
coming
this
from
does
straight
not mean
above
that one
at
can
the
operate
camera.
a motor vehicle on public highways without complying with licensing and registration laws.
The camera's being targeted.
The license versus travel arguments often come from anti-license or sovereign citizen theories, which have been rejected in court as lacking legal basis.
Okay, so let's take a look here at what Chet's saying. You know, I told her she should not be giving me any of this rhetoric right here. So the license versus travel arguments are often, which does not mean always.
Let's try this and see if that'll work.
You either need to say are always rejected. It just says often. This means not all of them have been.
Yep, picked up the
Often
ceiling
come from
again.
Anti-license or sovereign theories have
I
been
picked up the
rejected
ceiling
before.
again.
It says often come from, right? Lacking a legal basis, because legal is court level. So on the court level, they don't have to listen to this. But I know
Device
you didn't say
kitchen.
in the Supreme Court or federal court what happens
Oh,
when they mention this lowercase
here's what's
c
coming
court,
at my
they're talking
chest from
about the
behind me.
inferior. So yeah, on the state level, you're going to probably lose. Because if you're arguing about driving, they're going to say, well, you were driving without a license. Well, you were traveling. You're not arguing the right things here. Does everybody have to have a license? Yes, when driving. But operating your vehicle privately, let's think about this. So if I'm from another nation, I create my own nation, I come from, Zamunda. And Zamunda, they teach you how to operate on the roads in a private vehicle with no license. I come here, can I use the roads private with my vehicle with no license?
You're traveling.
Yes. Because I'm operating as a
Also behind me.
non-resident under non-resident registration. You don't control my jurisdiction. I know how to use the roads correctly. Where I'm from in the private.
I picked up above again.
I don't need one.
Wow.
But I do need to know how to obey the rules of the
That
road.
camera's really being targeted.
I am not every site of yours under your jurisdiction. Are the roads private or public? They are public. But there are some private roads. But the public roads can be used for public or private means. This is the law. These are facts. So Chad decided to be snarky and put this in here.
8:21 a.m. and documenting the incapacitator weapon is on. I feel the pressure in my ears and here.
I didn't choose, this path. They were oppressing me. I was trying to get free. So I had,
That's what it says what's coming from above.
and I tried them all. I use all of them.
See if there's anything.
I did everything. I tried it all. And when I hit commerce, that's when the game changed. That's when the tide started going up.
This side.
And
That's what's coming at the head.
so it's still way
this money thing on top of it. It was just enriching the government, really, or the courts at least. And so, yeah, it was just going, step by step. When I hit Commerce.
It's 11:59. Just finished working out. And I'm staying here by both devices, not even turned on, and having heart palpitations. See? I'm still being harmed here, even learning everything that I am about the bonds. And they continue to persist. I'll just have to keep adding the numbers up in the invoice of what I'm going to bill them for. It's going to be expensive. I was going to bill for $10,000 for every day. I think I'm going to have to at least double that, maybe triple. This direction here, so I set this over here on this table at this direction, and that's where it's coming from. 62,300. It's like being electrocuted in your back by these domestic terrorists working in this operations center here. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. 146. The incapacitator was on, device was on while I was in the shower. My legs are feeling really weak, so I feel like I'm really getting hit. So I'm not sure who's working, but definitely being harmed. Assault and battery. 209. These people here are such domestic terrorists that even while I'm out here loading my scooter in the back of my vehicle, I'm being hit with the incapacitator, and somebody was yet shooting me in the back, right at the right of the spine, about mid-back, with a directed energy weapon. That's what domestic terrorists we have living here at Sage at Cypress K. Hey, Gray Star, just to let you know, there's a whole domestic terrorist criminal syndicate who is operating off your property. And the CEO and even the regional managers, you guys are all trustees. You're responsible for the safety of us beneficiaries here. So you're responsible for my safety here. You better figure out what's going on. 211, I haven't even put out of my parking spot yet, and already the incapacitator device here in the car is turned on. Already turned on. Let's see if there's a reading. Probably not, because it's the incapacitator. Nope. There's like a couple thousand, that's it. Incapacitator weapon is on strong, it's 217. There's a reading, but that doesn't justify the amount of pressure in the head, diaphragm, stomach. Another reading, 57,800. There's the St. Fleet Police. They like to hit even when they're not in the right, and they're not in the right jurisdiction. 222 on the highway. Another one coming from above. 225. The Tampa Police Department SUV just got on the highway. Literally, the incapacitator weapon was back on again. Just now. Coming from above. from above. 3:06, getting ready to get back on the highway, stopped to get a drink, and the incapacitator weapon is on really strong again. Usually is coming through St. Pete. 3:16, I've been getting hit in the back super bad. I'm not getting a reading of much other than this 76,400. But severe pain in the whole back. It has to be that incapacitator type weapon. 152,000 is coming from, this like, is coming from above me. Still getting hit right in the back and having, oh my gosh, stomach fasciculations. So also have to be getting hit somehow in the front. Either it's coming from the back. 90,500 that is coming from the back. Just past a fire station, 54,700.
Email
There's the
request.
sheriff
I gotta go
again.
through them all.
I mean, he only passed, I think, like 3 times while I was sitting.
I believe you. I appreciate it. Okay, peace to all.
ZRF57.
You can't do that. That's where the dead man stands. Entities under the federal Rule 17. They have that in the state rules too, and I use these. I said, this person.
You're acting, if you accept somebody's bill as a debt owed by you, you're acting as a debtor. Because of your actions. Speak, I would file a 1099 OID showing them as the recipient of the funds. Because the corporate will close on my property, not the bank. You. Y-O-U. Look in the mirror. You want to know? Okay, it's a tax issue. No charge on the indictment. You won't pay hell, not some roll of the debtor. Liquidate all your property, roll of the debtor. Liquidate all your property. And a
Here,
1040
and
fee.
there's a sheriff
The
right
payment
at
box.
the light.
You pay the IRS. The IRS collects it back from the person that's using your credit. That's how it works. They're bookkeepers.
There is
They
a
can't keep track of your
sheriff
books
right
unless
there at
you're
the light.
reporting it. You're not reporting it.
Look at that.
So you're a tax user. That's why all these people are in criminal cases. For how to determine the amount of currently includable OID, see 12437 next C. For exception to these rules for certain holders, see 124.3. All of these sections, 50
Still
sections,
getting hit.
I've read them all.
6 o'clock.
$2,800. Guess I'll just rot until payday.
No way. Just download Earn It. Check this out. It's money you've earned, so there's no interest, no credit checks. That easy. Yep. It's an easy way to make everyday payday. That's today.
Application of anti-abuse rules. If a principal purpose is structuring a debt instrument or engaging in a transaction is to achieve a result that's unreasonable in light of the purposes of the OID rule under 163, this is.
University of South Florida police officer.
Got that?
Just passed another sheriff in a truck.
It's because you're not assessing the tax and making them pay you back. So whose fault is it? A taxpayer buys 2 notes with offsetting interest rate resets. One an instrument convertible into the issuer's stock and calling for one or more contingent.
Still in the same spot.
For debt estimates
Getting
issued
hit in
after
the heart.
August 13, 96, number 7, the above rules didn't apply. Instead, in circumstances specified in the regs, IRS could apply or depart from the regs as necessary or appropriate to achieve a reasonable result. Here, these rules don't apply to transactions occurred before that.
There's another sheriff. How many sheriffs do you think is normal, guys?
Answer the second on federal taxation, covering original issue discount and taxable interest. Holder, you know what a holder? A holder is a person who's in possession and control.
Just came into the complex.
Why you're getting raped. Holders accepted from the OID back in 1985. See, the reason.
Look at the numbers rolling in here. You think that's a little insane? Look at that. Something here is really strong. It's hurting my wrist. Let's see. I'm getting hit here in the jaw, so I just did my reading here for this area. And that is what is coming at my jaw. It's literally a direct energy weapon being shot at my jaw. I'm gonna check my eye too, because I feel like right here is also being hit. Yeah, pretty much the same. It's probably all the same source. And my left leg is also being targeted. It's probably from the couch and having this laptop on my leg, but it feels like my leg is basically being hit, being struck with something, you know, like a bat. So that's what it is when I point it down. Oh, is it gonna focus? There we go. Let me try it up. Oh, well, I didn't even have to reset it, but here's what's coming at my lap. See, every time I get on my computer, there's an extra layer of assault and battery. Extra layer. Here, this just went up again without even resetting it. That's all coming in at my legs. And that's what's coming from above down to my leg. Osama bin Laden is working. So at some point tonight I'll be going to play in traffic, because I'd rather play in traffic than deal with these domestic terrorists. Or go park in a parking lot so some strange man can stand at the corner of his car and watch me while he fools with his pants doing God knows what. I'm telling you, I keep saying, they'll hire anybody. They'll hire anybody. The incapacitator is still on. It's super, 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 super drowsy. Becoming close to incapacitated, literally. Heart is still being affected. So is the diaphragm and stomach. Pressure. Pressure in the jaw, ears, head, eyes. It would be nice if there was like a safe place I could actually go and get my computer work done here. That was comfortable. But that place doesn't exist in this apartment, in this radiation box. Coming up my left side of the head. All right.
Accounting Standards Board number 95 statement. Cash flows credited my payment as a cash deposit and receipt as the payer when the entry was made under sections 1813 of Title 12. I also went to see the 99A as an acquisition. 1099A as an acquisition. I think everybody understands the short name. Let's see if there's any more questions by anybody regarding this. I have to open up my screen again. See if there's any more questions. Nobody's doing any questions. I'm going to hide my control panel. Okay, so
My jugular veins on both sides are being attacked with the pressure.
this kind of a format.
This is how you calculate a presentment. They're making it, they're trying to this is like an unlawful detainer. Instead of getting possession of the house, they're getting possession of a car.
Okay.
And I'm challenging their authority to do this. The call reports are listed on the FDIC website. We need to do a separate class for that. I'll show you how to download the FDIC call reports. For any car loan, I pulled this off of the FDIC website.
Okay.
You need to finish reading this.
Okay, 1099 OID as an original issue discount. And the U.S. Informational Tax Return Form 1096 showing the capital transfer tax withheld and paid out as a taxable termination by the trustee of the transfer and servicing agreement under sections 2511, 2603, 2, 26, small a, of Title 26 of the Internal Revenue Code. Otherwise, Infinity is in possession of contraband upon which a lien.
The bed's already electrified. Can totally feel the current running through the body. Feel it in the heart. Creates heart palpitations. The heart doesn't beat properly. There's interference with it.
device. Just some domestic chairs right there. They're obviously roomy for and is it?
Assault and battery still in progress at the head area of the bed with RF radiation. Coming into the bed. The domestic terrorists in 216 are the ones that control the devices. You can hear them. Assault and battery continues. It's here at the head. Coming into the bed. On my ear. My brain is being scrambled with RF radiation. Assault and battery continues.